Once upon a time, in a land made of clay, lived a little owl named Ollie. Ollie was not like the other owls in the village. He was much smaller and often felt overlooked. Ollie was small, even for an owl. The other animals in the village were much bigger, and sometimes they didn't notice Ollie at all. He had big, round eyes and a tiny beak. His eyes sparkled with curiosity and wonder, always eager to learn about the world around him. Ollie dreamed of being brave and wise, just like the big owls. He often imagined himself soaring high above the trees, guiding others with his wisdom, just like the big owls. But Ollie knew he had a lot to learn. He watched the bigger owls carefully, hoping to understand what made them so special. Every day, Ollie practiced flying. He flapped his tiny wings with all his might, determined to one day soar as high as the tallest trees. He also loved to read. Books were his window to the world, filled with stories of bravery and wisdom. Ollie believed that through reading he could become wise. Despite his size, Ollie had a big heart. He always tried to help others, whether it was finding lost items or cheering up a friend. His kindness did not go unnoticed. At night, Ollie would gaze at the stars, dreaming of the day he would be recognized for his bravery and wisdom. He knew that with perseverance, his dreams could come true. And so, Ollie continued to dream, learn, and grow, believing that one day he would be just as brave and wise as the big owls he admired. One day, a storm raged through the clay forest. The wind howled and the rain pounded. All the animals scurried for shelter. Ollie saw a baby rabbit trapped beneath a fallen twig. He knew he had to help. Ollie was scared, his tiny heart pounding in his chest like a drum. The forest seemed so big and intimidating, especially for a small owl like him. Shadows danced around, making him even more nervous. But then, he thought of the little rabbit he had seen earlier. The rabbit had been trapped under a heavy twig, struggling to break free. Ollie knew he had to do something, even though he was scared. He took a deep breath, feeling the cool forest air fill his lungs. With determination in his eyes, he prepared to flap his little wings with all his might. He knew this was his moment to be brave. Summoning all his strength, Ollie lifted the twig just enough for the rabbit to hop free. The rabbit looked at him with gratitude, its eyes sparkling with relief. Ollie felt a warm glow of pride. He had done it. He had helped someone in need, despite his own fears. Ollie was a hero, not just to the rabbit, but to himself as well. His act of kindness had made a big difference, proving that even the smallest creatures can have the biggest hearts. The storm passed, and the sun peeked out from behind the clouds. The forest, once dark and gloomy, began to sparkle with the fresh light of a new day. The raindrops on the leaves glistened like tiny diamonds, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of wet earth and blooming flowers. It was a sight to behold, a true testament to the beauty of nature's resilience. All the animals gathered around Ollie, the wise little owl who had guided them through the storm. They looked at him with admiration and gratitude, their eyes shining with respect. Ollie had always been a quiet and thoughtful owl, but today, he had shown a side of himself that none of the animals had ever seen before. He had been brave, wise, and kind, and the animals knew they owed their safety to him. They cheered for the little owl who had shown such big courage. The forest echoed with their joyous cries, a symphony of gratitude and celebration. The rabbits hopped around in glee, the squirrels chattered excitedly, and the birds sang melodious tunes. It was a moment of pure joy and relief, a celebration of life and the strength of their community. Ollie learned that even the smallest can be brave by being kind. He realized that true courage wasn't about being the biggest or the strongest, but about having the heart to help others in times of need. As he looked around at his friends, he felt a deep sense of fulfillment and pride. He knew that he had made a difference, and that was the greatest reward of all. Ollie's story teaches us that courage isn't about being big and strong. It's about doing the right thing, even when it's hard. Just like Ollie, we can all be heroes by showing kindness and helping others.